Janae said, you don't need no me time. It's you and me time. She lied. She lied. It is not you and me time. It's me time. Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nandi. So as you can tell by the title, today's video is going to be 10 red flags. Honestly, we don't even have any time to waste. We just need to get right into it. If you don't take anything away from this video today, and I mean it, if you just listen to this one tip and then you turn off the video, you're gonna have everything you need to know, girl. You're gonna be set, okay? The first tip, and honestly the most important, is inconsistency. If you are dating someone or you are interested in someone who is inconsistent, run. And run away as fast as you can, and do not give any benefit of the doubt. Do not give any, oh, but he could do this. Oh, but she could be that. No, no, no. And even on the flip side of inconsistency, I feel like also, if you just feel unsure, if you are just not sure-footed in whether or not you want to be with someone, I think it's safe to say the answer is probably not. So if you are with someone and they are being extremely flaky, they constantly do not do what they say they are going to do. They constantly do not show up where they say, when they say that they'll show up, they don't help you when they say they're going to help you. They are just a very wishy-washy person. They have very inconsistent tendencies. Like I said, this is the only tip you need. Like, bye. I'm done. I'm done with the video. Like, I'm finished. I don't even have anything else to talk about. The next red flag is they are secretive about little things. And this is a funny one because, you know, I've seen on social media before, like, people would say, oh, if they flip their phone over when you're at the table, they could be, like, hiding something. I don't mean, like, secretive with, like, a cell phone. Okay? So let's say you're talking to someone you're dating or your significant other, what have you. Let's say you're having a conversation with, and in the conversation, they're always like, oh, my friend. So it's always like they, them, very inclusive pronoun. And it's just like, you're like, well, who were you with? And they were just like, oh, somebody. Like, or they were just like, oh, my friend. But like, who? You know what I mean? I mean little sneaky things like that. Like little secretive things that don't even matter. Like, if you're gonna tell me the story, then tell me the story. Like, don't just like try to hide little dumb details of the story. Like, just say it straight out. This is how silly some people are. They will literally tell you something that you never even asked them for and then leave out details. Like, I didn't even ask you to tell me. And then the fact that like, you're telling me, but you're telling me only half the truth. Red flag. I'm gonna let y'all decide for yourself. Red flag to me, okay? Thank you. Red flag number 3 is they want your passwords. And we have it is a very interesting culture around cell phones. And I guess because things are just so accessible now. By things, I mean people. Even when you're growing up, you know how you were growing up, you didn't want your parents going through all your things. You don't want your parents reading your journal. You don't want your partner reading your journal. It's just some things are private. It's not to say you don't have to give your partner your passwords. If that is the type of relationship that you all have, that's great. But if your partner is demanding your passwords, then we have an issue. Because I just think that there should be some establishment of trust, some foundation of trust. And to demand a password, that just means to me that you don't trust me. The 4th red flag is they refuse to make your relationship public, or they refuse to label your relationship. And I kind of want to lean and discuss more of the refusing to label your relationship, because I think the idea of making your relationship public sounds more social media based. Like, oh, you have to post me on Instagram, which again, it's just the culture. The social media culture is just so prevalent now that things like that are really important to some people, especially if you know that that is important to your partner. I personally don't see the problem with just posting just a picture, you know what I mean? Just to suffice your partner. I don't know. I just think it's not that big of a deal to argue over. That's just me though. Even if it's not even social media related, just, you know, letting people know that they're in a relationship. If people are walking around thinking that your girlfriend or your boyfriend is single, then that's a problem. You know what I mean? Then also, if you are just with someone in a situationship cycle, and you're constantly asking them, what are we? And they're like, we're people. We got a problem. The sixth red flag, and this one is also very important too. They test your boundaries. And by that, I mean, let's say if you have made it clear in the beginning of the relationship, let's say sex, for example, if you wanted to wait for sex until you got a little more comfortable, until you knew them a little bit better, pushing your boundary or testing your boundary would be they are constantly like trying to get you to have sex, or constantly trying to get you to engage in something sexual with them, knowing that that is not what you want. And I think that a lot of people overlook things that make them uncomfortable just because it's like something that you could compromise on. So for example, even like the availability. If people keep pressuring you or pushing you to see you when you tell them that you're not available, it seems small, but it is annoying. And they know that you can't do it. So it's just small things that could add up. Is they punish you or they test you. And this kind of goes hand in hand with that boundary thing. But you know, one of my biggest pet peeves is people that test you. Baby, I'm a fail and you're gonna be mad. And that's just gonna have to be that. When I say punish, I mean things like little childish things like they don't get the answer that they want, so they give you the silent treatment as a punishment. Or you don't do something that they want you to do, and so they don't contact you all day. You're hitting them up, they're not hitting you back. You know what I mean? They're ignoring you. Just little things like that is a no. On the testing you side, doing these stupid little games to see how your partner will react as a way to test them, see if they like you more. That is a red. Run away from people who do that. Run away from people who test you in a relationship. Number 8, the 8th red flag is they have a high sense of entitlement. So if they walk around with the you owe me attitude, sometimes they might treat you that way, but sometimes they might only treat other people that way. So it's always important to see how they treat other people. Number 9 is they are overly critical of their partner. If I'm on a date with you and you are talking about all the bad things that your partner did and that's it, first of all, I don't want to hear it. But second of all, it takes 2 to tango. So if you are going to tell me all the bad things that they did, then I want to hear all the bad things that you did. The final red flag is if they move too fast. So I really think that this one is situational. For me personally, I don't like someone who constantly wants to be like up under me. I'm not trying to say it in like a negative way, you know, not in a I don't want to hang out with you type of way, but just in a I have a social life outside of you type of way. They have to know the balance. Just like you have to have like a work-life balance, you have to have a friendship balance, a relationship balance, a family time balance. There is a time and a place for everything. Those are the 10 red flags that you have to look out for. Again, you know, apply these to your situation. You know, maybe you want a couple of them. Maybe you see a couple of them in your partner. Maybe you don't see any of them. Good for you, girl. You're doing a great job. Guys, you're doing a great job, okay? But those are the 10 red flags. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.